welcome back to the Sullivan Pursuit. I do tips and tricks videos as well as vlogs on my experience. So this week I'm introducing you to the underwater world of Zanzibar out near Tanzania. So Zanzibar is really interesting as a country in general, mostly because it's a country and not a country at the same time. It's an autonomous nation and it's technically part of Tanzania, but they declare themselves an autonomous nation. So maybe in the next 10 years or so they could be recognized by the UN as their own country. But as of now they're not a recognized country, but they still consider themselves their own country. They have their own border crossings. And one of the biggest differences is that Tanzania is mostly Christian, whereas Zanzibar is completely Muslim. And it's a very peaceful place, very beautiful beaches, very beautiful people. Everyone's very friendly. It's really cool. There's so much to do. On day one, I got to do a 2-tank dive out by the Manimba Atoll, where there was like a plethora of wildlife. We got to see so many different kinds of fish. It was literally like out of Finding Nemo. I did have to do a refresher course because I haven't dove in a while. But yeah, we got to see some moray eels. Unfortunately, there was no dolphins on the first day, but wait for the second day. And yeah, I'm just gonna give you like a little bit of my first day and enjoy, and I hope that this is really nice and calming because this is what it was like for me. Alright, day 2 was really cool because day 2 was specifically looking for the dolphins. So we went out and we kind of drove the boat around because they do this stretch around Zanzibar. So you kind of have to keep an eye out for them, and then when you see them, you jump off the boat, go like not too deep, and then you kind of just follow them like in their natural habitat. You really become like one with the ocean, which is really, really cool feeling. And you can't see it in the video because I muted it because it was really embarrassing, but I was like screaming into my, what do you call it? See, I'm so excited now, I can't even think of the word. It's, that thing. The thing you breathe into, regulator. I was screaming into my regulator, I was like, which is funny because it's actually supposed to attract dolphins when you do that sound. But yeah, it was really cool, and like honestly one of my favorite experiences being underwater was like being able to dive with dolphins in an ethical way, because there was no, not chumming, but like the equivalent, there was like no like food put out for the dolphins. They just decide to come back on their own, and they come back every day. And yeah, I'm just, okay, sorry, I've talked too much. All right, let's see the dolphin clips. The next part of this journey, which is kind of an add-on to my dive video, was we got to go to StoneTown, which is the capital of Zanzibar. It's really cool. It's like a labyrinth maze. There's just so many buildings and it's beautiful. It's really, really cool. And it's like stepping back into like a medieval market. Like it's just that kind of style, and everybody was very friendly. You get lost everywhere, and so like they're used to having tourists and travelers be like, hey, how do I get to so-and-so? And they're like on the other side of town because they're completely lost. The other cool thing we got to do while we were there was go see the old tortoises. So these giant old tortoises were like, I think the oldest one was 196 years old. But you can go up and they're in this nature reserve and you can actually interact with these tortoises, which was such a cool experience, man. Like, I can't even describe it, like just touching something that like is older than my grandmother. Like it has been on this earth longer than probably my grandmother, my great-grandmother. Like, it's incredible, and it was just such a great experience to be able to interact with these old tortoises. It's on Prison Island and we had to take a ferry out there. That was also cool. So once again, I'm talking too much, so I'll let you guys enjoy the next part. All right. a look into a different world. I highly recommend Zanzibar. I think it's such a cool island with so many different facets to it. Yeah, so if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to try and post more often and really throw myself into this channel. So yeah, here we go. And then starting next week, I'm going to do more South Africa content. So next week is going to be backpacking Cape Town with my experiences through solo traveling through Cape Town. So yeah, I will bring you up to now where I am in South Africa. Okay, lots of love. Bye, while I drink my monster.